Have you ever heard a joke that leaves you with a face? Maybe because you didn't understand it, there were some misconceptions, you got offended by it, or it wasn't just funny at all. Hello, my name is Calvaron, one of your ambassadors for Spanish 55. In this channel, we provide you with some of the most useful tips and tricks to improve your Spanish like a pro. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe this channel so you don't miss any of our latest videos. Laughter can be a universal language, but some jokes require a deepened understanding on words and concepts. One of the most difficult things to understand when you're learning other language is the sense of humor, as it is closely related to the cultural background, traditions, and the way of thinking. What might seem very funny for a certain person in a different region of the world could mean something completely different in our country. But we can always exercise the fun muscle, so we can always adapt to different senses of humor. What is the best way to experience foreign language humor if it's not through memes? Memes might be one of the most creative ways to express certain situations, context, and jokes in the funniest way possible. Even though there are tons of memes that can work in both Spanish and English, there are some others that can only be understood in its original language. Today I'm going to help you understand a little bit more about Spanish jokes so you don't miss any laughs. I have to be honest, it cost me a lot to curate this short list of memes, but I went with the basic ones, so let's get started. We're going to start with this one. It has been around for a few years now. It is often used when you want to express something that might not be very comfortable or appealing. You know, when you want to make your strong opinion about a certain subject, well, truth hurts, and that's when you use this cute little dog and say, se tenía que decir y se dijo, which means somebody had to say it. Now I'm going to challenge you a little bit on your grammar. Do you know what this meme means? It is a very simple yet funny meme, at least for me. Do you remember how to say, what's your name in Spanish? That's right, ¿cómo te llamas? So the name of this animal in Spanish is llama, and we are replacing the word llamas for the animal. But there is an error here. As you can see, there's only one llama, so we will need at least 2 or more llamas to make it work. To be honest, that makes this attempt of meme even funnier. Now this one I like it a lot. In Mexico, we often use the word güey for a bunch of different situations and scenarios. There might be an upcoming video for this word specifically. In this situation, we use the word to complain about a certain situation. In this case, we're complaining about January being so long. So the translation will be something like, when you wake up and it is still January. Cuando te despiertas y aún es enero. Güey, ya. That would be something like, please just make it end. I love this one. If you're not a big fan of economics or history, don't worry because memes can also work as a tool for educational learning. In this one, we see Bugs Bunny with a very weird body language and face. And in the background, we can see the traditional communist hammer and sickle, which represents, for this meme specifically, that everything should be shared. For instance, during the pandemic, if someone would assist to a very crowded gathering and one of the guests will come out as positive for COVID-19, then we will use this meme. And it will be something like, tengo COVID, tenemos. I have COVID, we all have. Here we also have a very common Mexican word, which is chido. Do you know what that word means? It could be something like nice or cool. In this case, we use this meme to represent the behavior of a person that has been under the effects of certain substances and has developed a very erratic way of social interaction. That's right, someone that is just high or drunk. So the translation will be, don't touch me, I'm cool. There is another version of this meme, but it includes some words that cannot be said here on YouTube. So that will be your homework. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for now. I would really like to know which are your favorite memes, or which memes you haven't been able to understand completely. Please put on the comment section all of the memes that you like, and maybe we can make a part 2 of this video with some of them. Here in Spanish 55, we love to see you growing and learning. Feel comfortable enough to get in touch with us if you need any personalized assistance or guidance. Our tutors will be glad to help you out. Like this video and don't forget to hit on the bell button so we can meet on the next one. Adiós y hasta luego.